Yo, welcome back to Kid Auto. This season has been dominated by Toyota, at least in the GT500 category of Super GT. We'll get to the GT300 a little later, but just know Honda needs to fight back. But yeah, let's just check out the standings going into round 4 at Fuji Speedway. Alright, in your GT500 category, in first place, we have the number 1 all-times Supra, driven by Tsuboi and Kenta Yamashita. Listen, they were last year's champions, so I really expect them to be this year's champion again. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more races left, give or take. Hopefully, there's no type of rainouts or nothing like that. But I really see all-time Supra taking this thing home again. In second place, we have the number 37 Deloitte Toyota Supra, driven by Yukio Sasahara and Giovanni Alesi. They have a total of 30 points. They're 9 points behind the number 1 all-time Supra. In third place, we have the keeper, the number 38 keeper Supra, driven by Hiroki Ishihara and Toshiki Oyu. So I apologize if I butcher these Japanese names. I am trying my best, and I am learning. They have 24 points, and they are 15 points behind the number 1. Finally, we have a Honda. In fourth place, we have the number 100 Honda Civic Type R, driven by Naoki Yamamoto and Tadasuke Makino. They have 23 points. 24 points. So technically, they're tied for third place, but we'll always give it to the Toyotas. It makes it sound better when Toyota can say, "Hey, they're rounding out 1, 2, and 3." So we're not going to give that to Honda. And then rounding off just the top 5 is the number 14 Toyota Eneo Supra, driven by Kazuya Oshima and Narai Fukuzumi. Like I said, I apologize if I'm butchering any names. They have 23 points, so they're right there. So they could easily knock out the Honda Civic next race if the Honda Civic doesn't finish well. I'm not hoping for that. Maybe I am a little bit. All my Toyota lovers in there. And we're talking about real Toyotas. We're not talking about the fake Mark 5 BMW Toyota Supras. We're talking about the real Toyota Supras. You understand what I'm saying? The A70s, the A80 Toyota Supras. We ain't talking about this fake A90 bull. You know what I'm saying. Anyways. And then this just rounds it out. Then in sixth place, we have the number 8 Honda Civic, Tomoki Nojiri and Nobuharu Matsushita with 21 points. In seventh place, we have the number 12 Team Impel Z, which actually used to be the Kawasaki Z, driven by Kazuki Harumani and Bertrand Bagat. They have 19 points. Eighth place is the number 39. I guess technically it's the Denso Sard Supra, driven by Yuhi Sakaguchi and Sacha Fanastras. They have 17 points. In ninth place is the number 17 Honda, driven by Kodai Sokakoshi and Sun Koida. Ooh, am I getting good at the names, or do I still suck? I probably still suck. Let me know in the comments. Does my Japanese suck? Let me know in the comments. Does it suck or not? They have 11 points. In 10th place is number 23 Moto Z, driven by Katsumasa Chiyo and Masanori Takaboshi. They have 8 points. In 11th place is the Wet Sport. My team, I wish they could win. The number 19 Wet Sport Toyota Supra. I want them to win so much. Driven by Yuji Kanemoto and Sena Sakaguchi with 7 points. They got pole last race though. So, hey, that's what I'm talking about. In 12th place is number 64, driven by Takuya Asawa and Riki Okusa. They have 3 points. In last place is the number 3 Natera Z. Horrible season right now so far for them. Driven by Daki Sasaki and Atsushi Mayaki with 2 points. That's horrible. That's kind of shocking that they're doing that bad. But moving on to the GT300 category. In first place is the number 65 Leon AMG GT3. AMG GT3, driven by Naoya Gamou and Togo Sananami. So we're only going to do the top 5 because there's too many damn drivers in a GT300 to go through all of them. And number 2 is the Hyperwater Toyota GT86, driven by Yui Tsutsumi and Hibiki Taira. And in third place is the 777 Aston Martin GT3, driven by Tomonobu Fuji and Charlie Fag. In fourth place is the number 56 Subaru BRZ, driven by Koi Harate. I could have swore they had another driver on the team, but could be wrong. All right, and rounding up your top five is in fifth place is the number 6 Unirobo Ferrari, yes, driven by Yoshiaki Katayama and Roberto Muramutan. So, just a little bit of news in regards to the race format that's going to happen at the Fuji race 2 weeks from now. This is basically the news that they released. This is just explaining the format itself. Well, basically, they write the outline of the Fuji GT sprint race. On each day, on official practice, official qualifying, and a race will be held. On August the 2nd, Saturday, a 35-lap race with the GT500/GT300 classes run together. They will be held. On August the 3rd, Sunday, 2 separate 50-minute races for the 2 classes will be held. So basically, they're just going to be running a sprint on Saturday, and then they'll be running the regular race on Sunday. But they'll run the sprint race together, 35-lap race, where they'll run the classes together. That's how I'm reading it. And they explain more when it comes to drivers. So they say here, each team's driver will run separately, with the first driver racing on Saturday while the second driver races on Sunday. Interesting. The first race's driver can drive only in Saturday's official practice, circuit safari, the official qualifying, and the race. The first race's driver cannot drive in any of the sessions held on Sunday. The second race's driver can drive only in Sunday's official practice, the official qualifying, and the race. The second race's driver cannot drive in Saturday's circuit safari and other sessions. Now, this has me thinking. I think it's number 56 Subaru BRZ. If I'm not mistaken, they have one driver, so he's either going to be tired or they're going to get somebody to fill in the situation. So let's see the official practice. Both Saturday and Sunday official practice sessions will be run for 40 minutes as joint class sessions, including 10-minute full course yellow test and 10-minute separate class sessions for a total of 60 minutes. Official qualifying: GT300 20 minutes, no division into groups. GT500 a 10-minute time qualifying session is held on Saturday. Race: no refilling required on either day. No driver changes, no required tires. Race 1, Saturday, 35-lap race with GT500, GT300 classes running together. Approximately 160 kilometers, 1 hour. On race 2, Sunday, it's a 50-minute race with 2 classes running separately. Approximately 115 kilometers and 25 laps. Now, what I'm really interested to see is how these cars how they act when they're not running together, because a lot of times GT500s, they'll get caught up with the GT300 being lap traffic and a little slower, so sometimes it's tough for them to navigate. You have to be a really good driver to know how to deal with slower traffic cars. I'm struggling with that sometimes when even in some of my sim racing leagues that I'm in, sometimes I have to deal with like lap traffic. Sometimes it's hard to navigate them, so it's a real skill. And I think Super GT is one of the platforms, the series where you see a lot of that driver skill being displayed in a good manner, to be honest with you. Tires. Number of tire sets allowed to be brought in. So you get 5 sets of dries and 7 sets of wet. Marking of all dry used tires is to be performed on scrutineering day. I've never heard of that word in my life. Marking of all qualifying used tires is to be performed prior to official qualifying sessions. The tires marked for qualifying use are to be used in the race. The usual rule that 1 extra set of dry used tires per car is allowed for GT500 class teams whose tire manufacturer do not yet have a win does not apply here. All right, let's see. Okay, points. This is going to be interesting. I feel like this is going to be interesting. So, the number of series points awarded to the teams and drivers for race 1 and race 2 are half the number awarded for 300-kilometer races. So let's read that again. The number of series points awarded to the teams and drivers for race 1 and race 2 are half the number awarded for 300-kilometer races. So what do they award for 300-kilometer races? That's what I'm curious about. As qualifying points, 0.5 point is awarded to the pole position winners on Saturday and Sunday. Note that the qualifying pole position points won on Saturday by race 1 driver are also awarded to race 2 driver in the same way. The different types of series points won by race 2 driver on Sunday are also awarded to race 1 driver. So basically that helps them out in the driver championship as well. So yeah, that's the format that we have for round 4, going into round 4. So yeah, that's the format that we have going into round 4. All right, so tell me what you're excited about round 4 at Fuji next week. It's going to be a different type of format with the sprint race. We're running the GT500 category with the GT300 category, and then they're going to be running the, I think it's an hour, 2 50-minute races, I believe. Separately, the GT500 category and the GT300 category. Do you like that format? I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to switch things up, make it more interesting. But I'm pretty sure the GT500 drivers are probably going to like just being able to run by themselves. They won't have any intrusion from the slower GT300 cars, right? I would think that, right? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. You liking this? This new format? Let me know in the comments. Outside of that, man, I appreciate y'all joining me tonight or this morning or whenever you're watching it. Outside of that, like I said, I like saying that. Outside of that. I'm going to trademark that. Outside of that, I'll see you later.